Hey guys, it's Forrest KI7 QCF, and we're at the Wasatch National Forest. The campground I usually go to, which is like, sub 10 minutes from my house, is closed this week. So I actually went up Hobble Creek Canyon, the right fork, and I bike up this all the time. It's about a 30-mile bike ride from my front door. And I haven't done it a ton this year, but I have done it. So I'm very familiar with this road. And we're going to be on an end-fed half wave on this tree. So let's see if I can kind of show you guys. But I really like this spot. It's just, I don't know, maybe, I guess I'd probably say right around 20 minutes from my house. And the thing I want to emphasize, I emphasize this all the time, but for me, I'm in a massive kind of bowl, so I can get out west, and then east is that way. So I'm gonna go north, south, inverted V off of one of these trees, and QRO, I'm not too worried about. Like right there, I know I'm gonna get out, so we'll see. But I'm telling you guys, it's a big deal. When I'm in canyons like this, I've camped at campgrounds up this canyon and made 0 QSOS QRP just because the signal's not getting out. I've been setting up for maybe 5 or 6 minutes, and there's been more cars in the last 2 minutes than the prior 10 minutes I've been here. But it's gonna die down. I do not foresee there being much noise pollution. Yeah, that couldn't have been more perfect. So if you guys see this pine up here, ooh, I almost have a kind of an inverted L on it if I want. Yeah, that'll be perfect. So I just got more of the BN Tech Go. This is my first time trying 24 gauge. I've been messing with 22 and 20 gauge, which is probably a little too thick. But I like something a little thicker than 26, I think. Like I said, it is my first time using it. I just kind of like the weight. And I cut this exactly to 66 feet. So I theoretically shouldn't need a tuner, but I am going to use a tuner. Should I do a test with you guys, and should we check the SWR on this just to the end-fed half wave directly to the rig? We can check it together. I did get a nano VNA. Multiple people have recommended that. And I have a rig expert that I don't really trust. That's kind of a long story on why. But I did just order that German R name antenna book. Many of you will know the book, and I'm very excited. It's kind of like a textbook. It looks massive, but I am very excited about it. Somebody else recommended like a Unin and Bellin and something something book that looks really cool, but it's like $100 on the secondary market. You can't buy it new. I actually want this at the very end. I really strained this on something pulling it up. So we'll go directly to the rig first, and we'll see how our SWR looks on 20 meters. And my last activation video I did, I actually did that. I did that with the with my activation. I stripped the tuner from my QRP rig on an end-fed half wave, and sure enough, was getting just booming on RBN and started getting pileups. So obviously, completely different story when I'm QRO. Even if I do use a tuner here, if I'm 100 watts, you guys know it's not going to make that much of a difference. But for the sake, let's do it. I'll bring you guys along. I would love to operate 20 meters and then switch over to 40 and have a heyday. I had one POTA activation video with this setup where I guess the other thing I could do is just bypass the tuner. That would have been easier than undoing that. But yeah, that QRO field setup video I did at Uinta National Forest, I had 70 QSOs that night, and 40 was just a riot. I had so much fun on 40. So I'm going to suspend this a little bit more. I lost a branch up there. Something happened. I had something happen that caused it to fall. Yeah, oh shoot, I lost that top branch up there. that I wanted for height. That's okay, that's still really high. That really sucks though. I'll get out of everyone's way. And let's turn this guy way down while we test this. I think it'll probably protect it anyway, but so this is the SWR, guys. Direct in. Oh yeah, I'll take that all day long. We don't need the tuner. Well, let's see how it is. I don't know if my camera was facing that, so we're like 1.5. I do not need the tuner. Let's see how we are on 40 though. In fact, since I don't need the tuner. Oh, looks like we were good. But let me make sure my tuner's off. So tuner select. You want linear amplifier with the LDG. We're gonna go off. Yeah, we're golden. I do not need a tuner. Okay, you guys were right. You guys know more than I do, which I would obviously admit. I have no idea what I'm doing. So I want to share. I don't want to make excuses. This is a channel of accountability and honesty. But I want to share that I have a theory on why I started getting really dependent on tuners. Even with like early on, Celligance was my go-to. Celligance is a vertical antenna with markers on where to set it to get a match. And my theory is my QMX that I built, the QMX does have SWR protection built in, and I started getting to a point I could never transmit on it because if the SWR got above 2, I couldn't transmit, and I would be mid-activation, and all of a sudden I can't transmit mid-QSO. And I think getting an ATU-10 on Amazon just made it so I never had to worry about that because it always just tuned it up instead of like messing with resonant antennas. So thanks for coming to my TED Talk. Let's get the camera set up. You guys hearing these signals coming in? I am very excited about this spot. I think it's going to be a good night. So thanks for joining me, and let's get on the air. First thing I'm going to do is add my spot, or sorry, add my activation in the Polo app. US 4398. Let's turn my power up to... How much power do you guys think I should go? Let's start off with like 40 watts. Okay guys, that sounds good to me. my Polo app up, so I gotta ask. Gotcha, Steve. Sorry, man. I wasn't ready. So if New Hampshire tells me out of the gate, head up on 579, I'm in a good mood. I gotcha. That was bad luck on 2 Qs there, so I had to hope that the second one wasn't W. Guys, getting New Hampshire, New York. I don't like that the Polo app took away my QTH. Why did it take that away? Thanks. Appreciate you coming back. Gosh, I need freaking bug spray. This is the hard stuff. You need this, Jason. KC3JRW. Sorry about that. Oh, I think I know. I think this is my buddy Luis. I'll have to check on WhatsApp. Oh yeah, it is him. Something's going on there. I got you, I got you. Sometimes for your friends, you gotta go hard. We got you. I can hear him saying my name. That's awesome. I think he's worked in me QRP on a QMX. Oh, sorry, dude. Jeez, Northeast is just booming. Gotta love Delaware. Hey, there's my buddy too. That's Robert in Arkansas. You guys seeing this over here? I'm telling you guys, cows like Morse code. Man, I'm really upset with the Polo update where it doesn't automatically put their QTH. I'm gonna have to talk to Sebastian about that. I really don't like that update. There's my buddy. How do you like that? Gotta love getting TJ. So this is HI8D. It's David in La República Dominicana. Maybe that's him tuning up. So I have worked David a few times, but he is far and away the most like failed QSO that I have. He comes to me so often and then we lose each other. It's a bummer. But it's just cool that he hears me enough to send to me in the Dominican Republic. But that's yeah, I get him so often and then I just don't hear from him again. Maybe I screw up his call sign. got something there, but then it sounded like somebody was saying 73 to me, so I'm not sure. Maybe that was Steven coming back. Andre's my good buddy. I got you. Pretty sure, if I'm not mistaken, I've been hunting Kevin a little bit. Hey, that's my buddy Ed. Love hearing from my buddy Ed. East Coast. This is awesome. He's on a bug, right? Yeah, that's sick. I just bought my first bug, guys. I'm so excited to show you. Buddy Eric. He's in Franklin, Tennessee. That's like the one place in Tennessee I've been to. It's beautiful. Oh, sorry, Rich, you're like 5'9", dude. Great to get you up in Minnesota. Hey, I just got your QSL card, Gabe. Is that N3F? Oh, I'm not copying that. Oh, I got you. Sorry, man. This is V, not a U. That's my bad. That's Gerald up in Pennsylvania that I got. Somebody else is coming to me right there. Hey. That's Stewart. I see him all over the POTA site all day long. Sweet, that was a good run. 23 QSOs. Man, I'm really upset at the, you guys see how some of these are missing the QTH? I'm really upset with this update, but, you know, it's not up to me. It's their app, they can do whatever they want. I work in software, and not everyone loves updates. I've got to enter his, now I got to enter Ontario again. Look, that took me less than a half second, and that's how mad it makes me. But is it still grabbing all my QSOs? So I worked my buddy up in, who did I work in Washington? Oh yeah, my buddy that I sent the QSL card to. I got one coming to you, Gabe. Well guys, I don't think I'm going to hear from my buddy Steve tonight, WI5D, because he's a member of Chiefs Kingdom, and the Chiefs are playing right now, so probably not going to hear from my buddy Steve. This car is really bad timing. loud. I've got 5 of the 6 characters that I need. I just need the last character, and it's the one after K. I might have the number wrong too. I don't know why I'm sending RST. I don't have his call. I'm not gonna lie, that was impressive. Wow, check that out. Gotta go to my buddy. I was gonna go back to AE. I gotcha. Thanks, Bill. Thanks so much for sticking with me, Bill. I missed you on that first one. I had a 5-9 on top of you, man. Hey, check that out. Dude, you're booming tonight, man. I'm getting killed. I might need to go for my buddy's organic, non-homeo something. Bug spray. It's not deeded enough. It's only 20. Hey. See, these guys on the West Coast can't hear me. That's the quietest I've ever heard Brent. The other update they did on Polo is like, they now show me whether it's a successful activation or not. They show my total QSOs, but I already had that right here in the amount of time. So 31 QSOs, 36 minutes, and it shows park activated. getting destroyed. I can't pick out. Thanks, Chris. I'm sorry, man. You were getting drowned out, buddy. What's funny is you're actually pretty loud now, but you're getting freaking plundered by those guys. I'm gonna give you like a 5.79. I got you. Spelled your name wrong. Sorry, man. Good, John. I'm just working the East Coast. It's great to get these guys in Connecticut. Check out that spread out east. I do love that update from Polo, as they show each QSO, and I think they're basing it off of the actual address recorded. I think he meant to send a C there. Here's my buddy Mike. we're gonna... Hey, that's my buddy. Sorry, I butchered some sending there. We're actually gonna chill out for a minute. I gotta grab a charger for my camera here. It's about to die, I think. Yeah, it's pretty close. I hope I have one. So there was 2 times during that. I want to talk about being a good op, and I don't know much about ham radio. I don't know much about being a good op. I know of good ops. I know guys that I really respect in this hobby. And my get out of jail free card is I get to keep saying I'm new for maybe like a few more weeks or a few more months. I'm still within 6 months of my first CWQ, so I clearly have very little understanding of the overall topic of ham radio. I want these guys to drive past so I can talk. And you know, when you're trying to work someone quiet and you're trying to work them and you keep sending back to them and someone's sending on top of them, you don't work the person on top of them. If you're trying to catch that weak signal, you keep working the weak signal. My Uncle John, K7CO, really walked me through this. You know, he's ran D expeditions on Christmas Island, and that's just how you don't just go to the guy you hear. And that's a mistake I made early in my POTA career, and you'll seemingly think I made it a few times tonight. My argument to it is, if I'm sending back to that person and that same person keeps coming to me, and by the way, both of those times, if you go back and watch, they were not malicious. They were similar. I had an AE and then I had a VE coming to me. Then I had a K2 and then a K3. I copy 3s as 2s and 2s as 3s all the time. Those guys think I'm trying to work them. So they're coming to me and they're drowning out that other signal. Now I can stick with it and keep hammering it, and eventually they'll capture, okay, he's not trying to work K3, he's trying to work K2, or he's not trying to work VE, he's trying to work AE. But in POTA, I'd rather just get through him and hope that that guy sticks with me. If not, I'll sit there, and that same person, I saw it happen down in Moab with my Uncle John. This same guy came to him 6, 7, and John was trying to tell him, no. It's like, I'd rather just work it, get it out of the way, and then continue on. Luckily, both those guys stuck with me. Now, you guys can share what your thoughts are, but in POTA, my Uncle John was telling me that if you do that in a D expedition, they will come back to you, and they won't log you. I would never do that in POTA, but I think that's what they'll do in D expeditions because it's taken very seriously and you want to be a good op. Yeah, we might be in trouble. I don't know if I have my charger in here. And by the way, those examples I gave you, those guys that I worked that were louder, they did nothing wrong. They're thinking I am trying to work them based on how similar their call signs are. And if somebody sends, you know, something similar to me, like they say KI8 instead of KI7, or, you know, they send a Y instead of a Q, which some guys do sometimes, I might do that same thing as a hunter. So, man, I think I really screwed the pooch on this one. I don't think I have a charger with me. Let's see. I'm gonna turn this off. I'll come back to you guys in like 1 minute. I'm trying to talk to you guys, but I kind of have to sneeze. Just hit me, sneeze. Get it over with. Take me out of my misery. Alright, well, that's out of the way. So this unfed halfwave is really working for us tonight. I think we're going to switch over to 40 meter, guys. 40 meters, guys. do it. Let's hop over to 40. I should branch out and do something cool like 30 meters. You know what I still want to do is I still want to figure out, do I have a way to there's literally a cricket hanging out on my radio. Which I keep getting really funny pictures of like bugs on my equipment in nature. 40 meters is too loud. Let's just hang out for a sec. I'm gonna see if I can get a I'm actually just gonna bypass my tuner, but I just want to get a choke to my rig. It's just, there's just actually no, I'm not gonna do that. I feel like I'm getting RF into my rig on this like RG316 running 40 watts. Maybe I'll just go power down. Maybe I'll go like let's just go like 29 watts. That's like the ultimate compromise. Predictions 40 is going to go very, very well. I had a prediction that Brent was going to be a little bit louder. Buckle up, guys. I'm getting Virginia on 40 meters. Sunset's here in about 20 minutes. It's already set there a couple hours ago. We're in business. Is it VX or UX? Gotcha, John. Thank you. All right, we're definitely rolling on 40. Let me just get my app back up. Oh, is there an N on the end of that? I was going way too fast on the sport bike. It's always funny when I like completely butcher the second half of the call. It's like, oh yeah, that wasn't even close. I didn't even get a single letter right. Cool to get Colorado. That's why I'm on 40 meters. I've gotten Virginia and Colorado and Oregon and Washington. Maybe not Washington. So this is our spread. Starting to get some of these close. You know, I'll get Utah here soon. I got my buddy down in Argentina, Luis. Ontario. Oh, I gotcha. Be funny if this guy on that bike down there tries to do some launch control right now. He's on a 300 though, so I doubt he has launch control. Yeah, it's Ben. Jeez, look how loud he is. Thanks for sticking with me, man. I appreciate it. I wonder if that's I think that's Ben again. I can tell because he's 20 over. Guys, I ride sport bikes and I've ridden them for years. This is you don't want to do freeway pulls on this. This is an awful canyon road. It's a horrible road, loose gravel. You have freaking cattle on every blind corner. There's cattle. You shouldn't be pulling 70 miles an hour right here. If you want to go speed, there's tons of great places to do that. This isn't one of them. Shout out my buddy Jason, KO4 TFE, Kentucky Fried Ham. Go check out his YouTube if you haven't. He's one of my favorite channels. He's my buddy in Kentucky. He does a lot of straight key ops. He does a lot of, he's just super involved. I noticed he does a lot of 2-meter repeater work. He runs some nets where he's at. He's a good dude. Happy to throw a sticker on there. I sent him a couple of my stickers as well. You're not obligated to use them, Jason. Ooh, it's getting a little cold actually. Well guys, we just broke a record for my most ever Colorado QSOs. I've never contacted Colorado this much. 40 meters is hooking us up tonight. Hey, that's my buddy Ted. All right, we have 60 QSOs, guys. These are my kind of activations, I'll tell you. We are gonna wrap up though, because it's getting dark and I got a lot of tearing down to do. Last call. This will be my last QSO of the night, unless it's a pileup. Sweet. Oh, okay. There's a little charger working into this. Yeah, it's so funny, you know, it's early September, but like I can actually feel my hands getting cold, and it's not even, yeah, it's like 69 down in the valley. Up here it's definitely low 60s, high 50s, which the circulation I have in my hands, that'll make me cold. But thanks for joining me, guys. That was a really fun activation. I might do some type of funny thumbnail about the fact that I actually use a resonant antenna without a tuner, because I've been getting a lot of flack for that on my channel. And not flack, frankly, just constructive criticism, because you shouldn't use a tuner with a resonant antenna. But yeah, this inverted V worked out great. So you guys know how my camera works, it always crashes. So crash right there. We're gonna tear down. Thanks for joining me as always. See you guys next time. And 73.